For as long as it has existed, Brooklyn has been at the epicenter of healthcare. From the dawn of reproductive rights with the nation's first ever birth control clinic to the current measles outbreak in Williamsburg, the borough has existed as something of a microcosm of the larger healthcare debate. Now, a new exhibition at the Brooklyn Historical Society called Taking Care of Brooklyn, Stories of Sickness and Health, is examining how for centuries Brooklynites have come to understand and experience illness. Here with more details on the exhibit is Julie Galea, who is the Vice President for Curatorial Affairs and Collections at the Brooklyn Historical Society. Julie, it's nice to have you here with us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Let's start off with the society itself. It's a fascinating place. Tell me a little bit more about its history.
Brooklyn Historical Society is a 156-year-old institution in the heart of Brooklyn Heights. We are a library and archives. We are an active museum, a hub of education, and really a community center, really piecing together all the stories of Brooklyn's past and tying them to our present-day world.
And it's a breathtaking facility. I have not been there. I got a chance to see some pictures of it. I plan on going, but you had mentioned to me that its interior, especially the library area, is actually a landmarked interior?
That's right. So the outside of our building is, of course, landmarked, as many buildings in New York are, but a much rarer designation is an interior landmark. Brooklyn Historical Society's library is one of only 3 libraries in the city that actually have this interior landmark status, and it is a remarkable place to study, to look at primary source documents, to explore the stacks, surrounded by the wood columns and the original lighting and all of the books that make up the history and culture of Brooklyn.
It looks like it's truly a breathtaking environment for
is.
people at all those levels. Let's talk about this exhibit. What's the genesis of this?
So we started researching this exhibition about 3 years ago. And this really came out of an observation that I made spending time in our library and archives, that so many of our collections were actually about health in so many different ways. And in some ways, the entire history of Brooklyn could be seen through this lens of sickness and health. And as we began to dig in, we couldn't help but notice the contemporary resonances. So at the time, it was Ebola. And as our project moved on, it became Zika. And then today, now with our exhibition opening, it's the measles outbreak in Brooklyn that is really on all of our minds. And it really shows, I think, so saliently that the events and decisions of the past absolutely shape the world, the Brooklyn we live in today.
What do you think it is about Brooklyn? About its composition, its infrastructure, all of these, that has put it at something of the center of so many different challenges and issues over the years, especially in medicine?
Well, you know, the exhibition is about sickness and health, and people often think germs, biology, and those things, of course, all factor into our health. But actually, what is really at the heart of people's experiences of health are social issues. And things like urban crowding, diversity, immigration, racism and xenophobia, sexism, all of these things have such a key part in shaping the way that we experience health. And Brooklyn is ground zero for those experiences. Brooklyn is crowded. It is diverse. It has given rise to remarkable moments of activism and change, and also key moments of oppression. It's also a place of innovation, where pharmaceutical companies got their start, and where just average, ordinary people on the street looked around and saw injustice and took it into their own hands to make changes. So in some ways, where Brooklyn begins, the rest of the world goes.
Let's talk about some aspects of this, all right? There's so much there. Obviously, we can't get into all of them, and we want people to go because they should go.
Much
it's
to
fascinating. Let me come back to something I mentioned in the introduction, and that was the first birth control center. How did that come about?
So Margaret Sanger was, by the time we get to the 1910s, a very active progressive era reformer, very interested in the experiences of poor people and particularly women, and observed, particularly in crowded places like the neighborhood of Brownsville in Brooklyn, the deleterious impact that having too many children had on people, and particularly on poor women. And these were issues of health. It affected their life outcomes. It affected infant mortality rates. But she also noticed it, and these social impacts. It affected poverty. People were more likely to remain in poverty, not be able to take care of their children. And at the same time that she's making these sort of observations, a sort of different group of Americans are saying that things about birth control are obscene and they shouldn't be distributed through the mail or really known about in any way. And so actually in many states, including New York, it was illegal to distribute any information about birth control.
People don't realize that.
That's exactly right. A lot of people think that, yeah, these issues, were very much...
I think they were debated socially,
right.
But they didn't realize that they were criminalized.
Absolutely criminalized, exactly. And Margaret Sanger knew this. And so by opening up the first birth control clinic in 1916 here in Brooklyn, she was pushing the law, right? She knew that she had the possibility of getting arrested, and in fact, she kind of hoped she would be. The birth control clinic was widely well received. Hundreds of women were actually cared for there and given counsel and birth control in the 9 days that the clinic was open and before it was shut down by police officers. And Margaret Sanger and the women she opened it with did jail time. But actually, their sort of commitment to shining light on the inequity of these laws eventually led to a change in New York state law about the dissemination of birth control and information about birth control.
It's a fascinating look at an interesting problem. Last question for you is there are programs, there are events that are all taking place. But if you can't get there, you also have a podcast.
We do.
Yeah.
We have a podcast called Flatbush in Maine. It's been running for about 3 years. We have a wonderful fan base. And it's a great way to get the stories that we tell in our buildings out to the world. And so we've already done a number of episodes on the history of cholera in Brooklyn, on the history of women doctors in Brooklyn. We have one coming up next month about the relationship between public health and civil rights. And you can find that on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or any podcast platform you use.
Well, the podcasts are great, but get to the building.
Please do. And we have
I plan on it.
great programming coming up to accompany the exhibition as well.
Julia, again, it's a pleasure talking with you. Just a marvelous operation, doing such very good work.
Thank you
thanks
so
for
much.
coming to visit. We'll get you back next time for the next exhibit
Please
that you have
do.
going on. And for you folks out there, for more information on the exhibit, once again called Taking Care of Brooklyn, Stories of Sickness and Health at the Brooklyn Historical Society, make sure you visit us at metrofocus.org.